Okay, welcome everyone. If you'll please have a seat. Let me write one more name. My name is Zachary Hodges. I'm president of our Westside campuses at Houston Community College. And I'll tell you what, this is a big day for us, this college, for Houston Community College, and for Houston, and for the state of Texas. I think that A&M is taking a new approach to creating access and opportunity for students, and I'm sure glad you started Houston, Texas with Houston Community College, because that's where the access and the opportunity is. We have a number of dignitaries that are here today to help us celebrate this occasion, and so Senator Whitmire couldn't be here. He's given a speech in Papers Home. State Senator Paul Bettencourt. State Senator Sylvia Garcia, thank you so much. Representative Gilbert Pena. Is the representative from John Culberson's office here? Okay. Councilwoman Brenda Started. This is her territory. Our good friend Dr. Jack Christie, City Council member at large, Spring Branch School Board member, and local resident. Sylvester Turner's supposed to be here. I don't see Sylvester. Dr. John Henson, chair of the A-Leaf ISD board. And Ms. Aggie Sandy Mullins, HCC board member and good friend and colleague out here in West Houston for all of us. Additionally, Bob Harvey, CEO of Greater Houston Partnership. Bob, thank you for being here. Fellow TERS board member 17, Brad Frells, CEO of Midway Corporation. I don't see Jeannie Bollinger here, president of Houston West Chamber. This isn't the easiest place to get to at this time of day, as you well know. Joni Baird from Chevron. Joni, thank you so much. Frank Lombard from the KEDC. Frank, saw you earlier. Mary Grace Landrum. Mary Grace. Community Action Accelerator board member in the past, and many, many other things. Deb Ragland, our good friend back there. And Jack Berry, where's Jack? Jack Berry, Jack Berry does our business plan competition with the New Spring group. We're in our 8th year, and Jack leads that effort. You know, entrepreneurs need to teach entrepreneurs, and Jack is the supreme entrepreneur. Jack, thank you so much for being here today. You know, it's all about partnerships, and we're all going to have to pitch in together to create these vertically aligned pathways where students can maximize their potential. You know, Houston Community College has gone from 150 to 1,200 engineering majors. HCC teaches 850 science classes each semester, each long semester, more, I guarantee you, than Texas A&M does. And so why wouldn't we partner and create, you know, a high standard for all students? And we raise expectations of students, they'll meet them, and then get them on down the road to Texas A&M. Can't beat that. So I'd like to now turn the program over to our chancellor, another Aggie, they're everywhere. And, but I'm so proud of the, you know, the direction that the chancellor's taking us in with our centers of excellence and the work he's doing. And so this is just one more jewel in the crown.
Thank you, Dr. Hodges. It is about partnerships. And one of the things you learn in the College of Engineering is alignment. When processes are aligned, magic happens. You're able to reap success no matter what the challenges are. So I want to ask the students, the first cohort that's starting in the fall, to stand up and be recognized. Future Aggies, please stand up. Congratulations, you're off to a great start. It's because of you that these partnerships were formed. Be able to align opportunities for you with the needs of industry to drive the economy. I've got a slanted view of this. I'm class of 74 from Texas A&M, and when I was there were no frat houses. If you were in the Corps, there was one fraternity. If you lived on campus and weren't in the Corps, that's another fraternity. So the partnerships formed at A&M are still very important to me today, and still very valuable. So much, in fact, that I still communicate on a weekly basis with the guys that I graduated from. So good luck to you, and I'm sure you're going to have a great experience in the partnership between Houston Community College and Texas A&M. The alignment of the communities is just as important, and the commitment. We know that A&M means it when they step up to the plate. I want Texas A&M to know that we mean it when we step up to the plate. The importance of the alignment is to allow maximum opportunity to our students. They've got 2 years of affordable education to align their goals and with their interests, to be able to pick the pick the major that they want in the discipline of engineering. Today, engineering isn't what it was in 1974. It's far more complex. And what these students have to navigate is very difficult. With the partnership with Texas A&M, we're going to make it far easier for these students to succeed. You know, when I went to A&M, one of the classmates I remember was an incumbent worker who lost a job at a refinery, went to Texas A&M to get a degree in chemical engineering. He was almost my dad's age when I was at A&M, and I still keep up with him. He's since retired and went to go work for Dow Chemical as a chemical engineer, having lost his job as a process operator. So the opportunities are fantastic for you, but they're also great for that incumbent worker that is looking at a changing career. And Texas A&M is a place that offers equal opportunity to all students that walk through its doors. So remember that the reach of Houston Community College goes a long way. It goes far into industry, it goes far into our partnerships with universities, and it goes far upstream in our partnerships with the independent school districts. We will be working with the ISDs early as 9th grade in aligning those students for a career in engineering to go to Texas A&M. Now, up the road, I forget where the boundary between UT and A&M is here in Houston. Buffalo Bayou. But being married to a Longhorn, I understand that sometimes we need to work with each other in spite of the difference in our favorite color. So know that you've got a home here at Houston Community College, and when you go to Texas A&M, you've got a home there, and we will always welcome you back, whether you come to work in the Houston area or not, or seek a career throughout the world, as many Aggies have. Aggies also educate leaders, and I expect all of you to fulfill that as well. I want to now turn the microphone over to Chancellor Sharp for his comments regarding today's event.
Howdy. You're off to a good start. We're here, of course, we're thankful to be here with our two very favorite senators in the state Senate. If Whitmire here, it would, of course, be three. But both of these are Aggies. Bedford has the ring, but this one went to TWU, was student body president at TWU when there was no difference between Texas A&M and TWU, and she never tells anybody that we used to date when we were there. Thank you. Thank both of you.
Blush.
I'm just happy this is my district and I did do whatever.
Thank you. I think this would be my show here. It's good to be here. What we're going to talk about here today is something that does not exist anywhere in the United States of America. This will be the first place and first time any of this exists. We are about solving a couple of problems. That's what land-grant universities do. And by the way, I have nothing against the University of Tennessee. I don't know why everybody is making fun of it. But the two problems we want to talk about is, one, is every president of the United States that has ever been in anybody in this room's lifetime has said, we don't produce enough engineers in this country. China's passing us, Singapore's passing us, everybody's passed us, why can't we produce more engineers? And every one of the top 10 engineering schools in the nation had about 10,000 engineers, maybe 11,000 engineers, including ours. And Texas A&M decided we're going to go about solving that problem. And by the year 2025, this dean and this provost have decided that we're going to have 25,000 engineers at Texas A&M, not 11,000. And they are not going to drop in quality, and they're going to be the best there is. To do that, we've got to have more women. We need more Hispanics. We need more Black. We need more young men and women to join engineering and to see what engineering is all about. What this program is going to be about, and the reason it doesn't exist anywhere else in the country, is because when you get in this program at Houston Community College, you are an adjunct. You will ask the question, well, when 2 years comes, will I automatically transfer to A&M? You are A&M. You are accepted into A&M from day one. The professors that will come teach you engineering courses are our professors at Texas A&M University. They are our instructors at Texas A&M University that will come to Houston to teach your engineering courses. The other courses will be taught here. And when the 2 years are up, you go to Texas A&M. Now the second problem we're here to solve, and we know we're going to need 1 million STEM graduates by the year 2025, 1 million more. Every study has shown that. The second problem is that there are lots of kids that can't afford to leave home right away, or for some reason can't move to College Station, Texas, and pay a dormitory rent, and all of those kinds of things. But if they can stay at home, they could go to college, and this solves that problem. It literally will cut college expenses almost in half, because you'll get the same thing that they get in College Station with regard to engineering. You're going to be taught by instructors from Texas A&M University, and you will be part of, depending on which ranking system you want to use, or which category, 3rd, 5th, or 9th best engineering school in the nation. And that will be access to you here at Houston Community College. We are so thankful to you for being innovative and buying into this program. Could absolutely not happen without Chevron. Shark over here has been a champ. It helps that he's a class of 74 Texas A&M. But Chevron has really stepped up to the plate for you students to make sure this is able to happen. And the provost and the president and in particular the dean of engineering. Now I want to introduce to you the person that made this happen. She is the best dean of engineering in the galaxy, perhaps in the university, and that's Kathy Banks. And she is one of the absolute shining stars in higher education in the nation, and she is turning engineering around and solving that problem. And we're here to support her efforts. Thank you.
So what an exciting day. So we're here to announce this fantastic program. I think everyone in this room understands that we're going to face so many technology problems in the near future. We need more of the best students. And that's what we're here today to talk about. Getting the best students to Texas A&M Engineering. When we talk about expanding our family, we talk about bringing everyone to the table. It's important to remember that not all of you can leave home when you're a first-year student. You can't necessarily afford to come to a four-year institution immediately. And I will tell you, most engineering schools force students to follow the traditional path. You come as a freshman, you move through the 4 years, you graduate after 4 years. And we're breaking the mold. We're tearing down the ivory tower. We're going to be inclusive, and we're going to expand our family. And that's what we're here to do. Welcome you to our family. This program is not just about a transfer program. As the chancellor said, it is not a traditional program. It's not a distance education program where we're streaming courses with instructors in College Station, these faculty will be here. You'll take your classes from the community college, from HCC, math, science, liberal arts, but the engineering courses required for you to move into the engineering program will be taught by engineering faculty here. And not only will the faculty teach here engineering courses, but they'll also have student success programs, we'll have advising sessions, and they'll be your mentor during your program here. Many people worry about unnecessary things, and I will tell you one that I've thought about a great deal. Many people worry about students coming from community college, worry whether they can make it through a rigorous engineering program. Well, let me tell you about the data that we have in the College of Engineering at Texas A&M. We know that students from 2-year community colleges graduate at a higher success rate than students that join Texas A&M Engineering as first-year students. In other words, the students that you send us are more successful than the students that perhaps come in the first year. Now, we welcome first-year students, but we also welcome those who may come along a different path. Now, we couldn't have done this without our partners at Chevron. This was just an idea that we had to expand a program such as this, and without Chevron's contribution, it would not have been possible. Shark Yosevai is the Vice President for University Relations at Chevron, and he's here to talk a bit about Chevron's response to this new program.
Thank you, Howdy. We have to do better than that. I know it's the end of the day, so let's try it again. Howdy. Howdy. All right, much better. And you know, I'm delighted to be on the dais with a fellow class of 74 engineering. So I know this was a quality institution from the get-go with the distinguished class that you...
I recall you in your senior boots.
All right. You know, as we have traveled through the state today, I've been asked, why is Chevron doing this? And I thought of the answer, you know, in technical terms. Clearly, we're a company of engineers. This nation has a big gap in the demand for engineers and the supply of engineers. There's also a big gap between schools of engineering not looking like America looks today. There is an underrepresentation of African Americans, Hispanics, and women in colleges of engineering. And while those are all good reasons, I think I should have started by talking about the vision of Chevron, which is to be the energy company most admired for its people, partnership, and performance. So let me start with partnership. This ushers a new era of partnership between 3 great institutions. As a former resident of Houston, I've really admired all the wonderful work that the Houston Community College system does. So it's a wonderful partnership from that perspective. A partnership with my alma mater, Texas A&M, which under the leadership of Kathy Banks has launched this 25 by 25 initiative. Without any hyperbole, I think it is a game changer for education in Texas, in the nation, and the world. And finally, in terms of performance, there is study after study after study that says that you cannot outperform by just cutting costs or improving revenue or spending your way to high performance. The only way to sustain high performance is to innovate and be ingenious. And innovation and ingenuity is directly related to diversity and inclusion. So if you add those 3 perspectives, people, partnership, and performance, this actually is a partnership that is made in heaven. Because not only will it increase the supply of diverse engineers, it does so at a very quality institution. In my mind, it's the best engineering institution for undergraduate education in America, if not the world. And the wonderful supply of diverse talent. Many of you are wearing these buttons that say Future Aggies. I hope that one day we can also call you Future Chevron colleagues. We have 1,000 Texas A&M graduates in our midst. We have 10,000 Chevron employees in Texas. And we would love to have you in our midst, but if not, in any of the other wonderful companies that are represented by the Houston Partnership and Bob Harvey. So you are in a win-win situation. The world's your oyster. let's go out, get them, and gig them.
Yeah.
And now, it is my great honor to present Executive Vice President and Provost Karen Watson.
Distinguished guests, I mean the students, all the rest of you, thank you very much for being here today. This is a very important endeavor for us, and I want to say Houston Community College is a very important partner to us. You students should be very proud of the mission that is accomplished here at Houston Community College. The breadth of the mission is phenomenal. And the fact that they would choose to partner with us for this more focused mission, very important mission indeed, but a more focused one, we are very proud to get to work with such an outstanding institution as Houston Community College. I also want to say we do have an outstanding College of Engineering. We can brag about it all day long, but what you will find is it's the most recruited engineering school in the nation. And there is a reason for that. And it's because the students know how to work hard. Sometimes people like to brag about we have the brightest students, and we do have the brightest students, but they're the brightest students because they know how to work hard. And that's what it takes in engineering today. But none of this would have been possible, and President Young asked me to be sure to say to all of you here that we owe a great deal to Chevron for this support. Many of us in education have innovative ideas, but you will find that most of the time for us, you have to do it before you can get funding for it. So it's hard often to prove the concept because you have to have already taught the students before you can show people that we should get funding for this. What Chevron has allowed us is the opportunity to go out and do this new thing. It has elements that have existed elsewhere, but nothing packaged this way and done this way, so the students are truly simultaneously HCC students and Texas A&M students on the path to engineering, and Chevron has allowed us to do that. So thank you all very much for being here, but thanks especially to Chevron for doing
Okay, well, what a great start, and that it is just a start. So this is going amazing places. I do want to thank the HCC team members that really were fundamental in making this happen, along with A&M. Kathy Anzavino, who's in Boston for a conference, she can't be here, really took the lead on getting these students involved. Susan Thompson, Mark Tiller, Mark Tingler, Butch Herrick, who was right in the middle of this, our Vice Chancellor. So we have a great team that's working on this and will continue to. Now I want to tell you something. As soon as this is over and everything settles down, the Chancellor is going to look at me and say, now it's your job to make sure every one of these students are successful and are going to make it up there and be successful up there. So learning support requires all of us in the community. If you're sitting out there as a business leader, can provide internships or tutoring or coaching for these students to help us get them over the hump, then you can help me be successful so I can tell him that I did what I was supposed to do. So thank you so much for being here today. I want to thank all of our elected officials. Thank you for coming to Houston, Texas. Hope y'all make it back to College Station successful. You're going outbound, going back, so that might be a problem. Thank you so much, and feel free to stay around.